Germany, the industrial powerhouse of Europe, is on the brink of de-industrialization, or is it? This is the question that has been sparking fiery debates among economists and policymakers around the world. The statement itself is controversial, suggesting a seismic shift in Germany's economic structure that could have profound implications globally. For some, it's a startling assertion given Germany's long-held reputation as Europe's manufacturing behemoth, a titan in the world of industry and innovation. For others, it's a plausible prediction, reflecting the changing winds of global economic trends. The question, however, is not just whether Germany is de-industrializing, but what this potential shift could mean for its future. Is it a natural transition towards a more service-oriented economy, or a warning sign of economic decline? Is it a strategic move or an unavoidable outcome of external pressures? In the next few minutes, we'll delve deeper into this topic and see if there's any truth to this claim. Before we dive into the heart of the matter, it's important to understand what industrialization means. At its core, industrialization is the process by which an economy moves from primarily agrarian, that is, based on agriculture, to one based on the manufacturing of goods. Individual manual labor is often replaced by mechanized mass production, and craftsmen are replaced by assembly lines. Industrialization plays a pivotal role in a country's economic development. It's like a catalyst that speeds up the transformation of a nation, propelling it towards progress and growth. It's the engine that drives urbanization, creates job opportunities, and uplifts the standard of living. Moreover, it stimulates advancements in technology, infrastructure, and transportation. Now let's take a step back in time to when the world was on the brink of an unprecedented transformation: the Industrial Revolution. This period marked a significant turning point in human history as it led to the rise of industrialized societies. Germany's role in the Industrial Revolution was indeed noteworthy. As the largest economy in Europe, Germany was a major player in the second phase of the Industrial Revolution, also known as the Technological Revolution. This was a time of rapid industrial growth with far-reaching impacts on society. Germany's industrial prowess was built on the back of its coal and steel industries, which were the bedrock of its economy. The country's strategic location, abundance of natural resources, and skilled labor force played a significant part in its industrial growth. From automobiles to machinery and chemical products to electrical equipment, Germany's industrial sector flourished, making it a global industrial powerhouse. In essence, industrialization is a complex and multifaceted process that deeply influences a country's socio-economic landscape. It's like a giant wave that sweeps over a nation, transforming its economy, society, and culture in profound and lasting ways. Now that we have a gist of what industrialization entails, let's examine Germany's industrial sector. Germany has long been hailed as an industrial titan, but recent reports and statistics seem to suggest otherwise. For centuries, Germany has been a beacon of industrial might. Its manufacturing sector, known for precision engineering and high-quality production, has been the backbone of its economy. It's the home of world-renowned brands like Mercedes-Benz, Bosch, and Siemens, just to name a few. Even today, the manufacturing industry makes up a significant portion of Germany's gross domestic product, contributing to around a fifth of its economic output. But it's not all rosy. Germany's industrial sector is grappling with a host of challenges. One of the most prominent is the global shift towards clean energy and digitalization. As countries around the world strive to reduce carbon emissions, Germany's traditionally strong sectors like automotive and heavy industry are under pressure to adapt. They need to adjust their production lines and processes to meet the stricter environmental regulations and cope with the increasing demand for electric vehicles and digital services. Then there's the issue of competition. Emerging economies are catching up fast, offering cheaper labor and more flexible production. China, for instance, has become a formidable competitor in several sectors that Germany used to dominate. Furthermore, the country's aging population is another hurdle. With a declining workforce, Germany's industrial sector is facing a potential labor shortage. This, coupled with the high costs of labor, is pushing some companies to consider relocating their production to countries where labor is cheaper and more abundant. However, it's not all doom and gloom. Germany's industrial sector is known for its resilience and adaptability. The country has embarked on an ambitious plan known as Industry 4.0. which aims to integrate digital technology and data into manufacturing processes. If successful, this could help Germany maintain its competitive edge in the global market. So yes, Germany's industrial sector is facing some serious challenges, but it's also showing signs of adaptability and resilience. It's a complex picture and one that's constantly evolving. It seems like Germany's industrial sector is undergoing some significant changes. But how does it stack up against other countries? When we compare Germany's industrial sector with that of other countries, the picture becomes clearer. Let's start with the United States. The American industrial sector is diverse, ranging from technology to oil and gas. However, manufacturing has been on a steady decline over the years. In contrast, Germany's industrial sector, largely driven by manufacturing, has remained relatively stable. Now let's take a look at China, a country known for its manufacturing prowess. China's industrial sector accounts for nearly 40% of its gross domestic product, a figure that surpasses Germany's 23%. However, China's reliance on low-cost manufacturing is slowly changing, with the country gradually moving towards high-tech industries, much like Germany's focus on high-quality precision manufacturing. Next up is Japan. Japan's industrial sector is similar to Germany's in terms of its focus on high-quality manufacturing. Both countries are renowned for their automobiles and machinery, but where Germany has excelled is in its ability to maintain a strong manufacturing sector while also developing a robust service sector, a balance that Japan is still striving to achieve. In contrast, the United Kingdom's industrial sector has been overshadowed by its service sector, which contributes around 80% to its GDP, compared to Germany's 68%. This shift towards a service-based economy has led to a decrease in the UK's manufacturing output, unlike Germany, which has managed to sustain its industrial sector alongside a thriving service sector. Finally, let's consider India. Despite being one of the fastest-growing economies, India's industrial sector contributes to just under 30% of its GDP. The country is still in the early stages of industrialization, with a large portion of its workforce employed in agriculture. In conclusion, while some countries are experiencing a decline in their industrial sectors or are still in the early stages of industrialization, Germany has managed to maintain a robust and stable industrial sector. It has balanced this with a thriving service sector, showcasing its economic resilience. These comparisons provide us with some interesting insights. But what does this all mean for Germany's future? So, is Germany really on the brink of de-industrialization? Let's revisit the main points we've discussed so far and see what they tell us. We began by understanding what industrialization means, a process that transforms agricultural economies into industrial ones, characterized by large-scale production and technological innovation. We then delved into examining Germany's industrial sector, which has been a powerhouse in Europe and the rest of the world for several decades. We looked at Germany's manufacturing industry, its automobile production, the chemical industry, and the role of small and medium-sized enterprises, the Mittelstand, which forms the backbone of the German economy. All these sectors have shown signs of resilience and adaptation to the changing global economic landscape. However, we also considered the challenges that Germany is facing, from the transition to renewable energy, the digital transformation, the impact of globalization, and demographic changes. These factors are undoubtedly having an impact on Germany's industrial sector, leading to shifts and adjustments. In our comparative analysis, we saw how other industrialized nations are grappling with similar issues. The United States, for instance, is also dealing with the impact of automation and the transition to a more service-based economy. So, what's the verdict? Is Germany de-industrializing? The answer isn't a simple yes or no. It's clear that Germany's industrial sector is not what it used to be. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's in decline. Rather, it's evolving, adapting to new realities and challenges. It's a dynamic process, not a static one. Germany's industrial sector is shifting gears, moving towards high-tech industries, renewable energy, and digital technologies. It's a transformation, not a decline. It's an evolution, not an extinction. Whether or not Germany is de-industrializing is a complex issue, but one thing is certain. Germany's industrial landscape is evolving, and only time will tell where these changes will lead. We've covered a lot of ground today. We've delved deep into the concept of industrialization and how it has played a pivotal role in shaping Germany's economy. We examined the various factors contributing to the rumors of Germany's de-industrialization, while also putting these claims into perspective through a comparative analysis with other global powers. We all know that the world of economics is complex and ever-changing, and Germany's industrial sector is no exception. Whether you see Germany's current situation as a worrying sign of de-industrialization or a necessary transition towards a more service-based economy, the conversation doesn't end here. We encourage you to continue digging, to keep asking questions, and to share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's keep this conversation going. Thanks for joining us on this exploration of Germany's industrial sector. Remember, economics isn't just about numbers, it's about the stories they tell. Until next time, keep questioning and keep learning.